Can I tell you a bit about me? And we are here. We are currently in the marriage room. Oh, I've forgotten to introduce myself. So welcome to the home of my autistic son series, The Chronicles of P&D. My name is Patrice and I'm mother of Damare. My son is 7 years old and he's currently on the spectrum. So I've made this video because I thought I'd do a little intro of myself and explain how I managed to make the series and how we got to where we were. So 2 years ago, should I say 2018, Damare got his diagnosis that he was on the spectrum. I'm not going to go into a very long story on how we got to that point, but I'm going to give you a quick summary of how it happened. And when he was in reception, he kept having meltdowns at school and they couldn't figure out what it was. Then they found out it was due to he couldn't deal with change, and then we got his diagnosis in 2018 that he's on the spectrum. And then back in 2020, we've been in a lockdown and things have been crazy. I decided that I'm going to make this series to spread awareness for people that don't actually understand what autism is. Now let me make it clear, even when we came down to the issues at school and they first said that he might be on the spectrum, I was sceptical. I had the attitude, and many of my family members had the attitude that, oh, they're just trying to label black kids in school and stop them from succeeding. But then as time went on, and because I work in schools and I had a bit of understanding what autism is, I started looking back at the past and looking at how things have been with me and Dee and realised that it kind of makes sense. And then once we did get the diagnosis, my heart was at ease because now I knew what I could put in place for my son. So I made this series where I've done videos with Dee where I've explained certain aspects of his autism. Then we've done videos together to show what it's like being with him during the lockdown. So yes, when you get to watch these, when you get to watch the episodes of my autistic son, it may seem like I have it together. It may seem like I know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna let you know right now, I am still trying to figure out what I'm doing. We have come a long way. My son's come a long way. I've come from a son that was talking well, then he stopped talking, then he seemed like he was a mute, had a delayed communication, to now he's finally at a stage where he's talking well now and he's expressing himself. But part of autism is communication, so he does struggle sometimes with communicating things that bother him. But he has come a long way, and I wanted to make this series because there is not a lot of awareness of autism in people of colour, and a lot of people of colour, black people, when these things do happen in education, it is straight to that point of, oh, they're labelling my child. And there's a lot of parents out there that would not accept the help from schools because they're stuck in their ways. They're convinced that there's nothing wrong with their child. And being on the spectrum doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It just means that you see things in a different way. And that is why I've made this series. Because I want to help parents out there that are struggling, that don't understand what's going on with their child. And I'm hoping that when parents do see these videos, they're like, oh, my child does that too. Oh, my child does that. Oh, that makes sense now. And it's just, that's one of the reasons why I made this channel. And I'm still learning. I'm still trying to put things in place for my son so he doesn't struggle and he is able to progress in life. And you know, that's what you want for your kids. You want the best for them. You want to give them a better life than you had if, you know, you feel like you had struggles when you grew up. So please enjoy it. And please message me if you need any more information, any advice. I'm here.